him a couple of yards deep. He'll bring it out. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. First down for this offense. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. Excellent job working through the air. They're finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down.
So difficult because my eyes tell me as a defensive guy, he's handing it off. The offensive line's block and run. I got to go get it. The quarterback pulls it, throws it to the right. It's kind of like that hidden hat game. Like, where's the ball? I'm always trying to find that daggone game.
And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. And they make the tackle, but the official has tossed his flag. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Looking for a productive play on first down. To the air, it's Lagway. Quarterback floating away from pressure. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hit.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats, but when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like a slide level to get down and don't take a big hit.
Feeling some heat. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Just a great job defensively, making him go through his progressions, and he really didn't have time to do it.
And that's exactly what you do in zone coverage. You drop in your spots, you read the quarterback's eyes, make sure you take away that quick stuff, and a great job rushing the passer and getting the sack.
On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Got his man on the right. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line.
Well, we knew this offense wanted to be aggressive in this game plan, and they're doing it right away in the first series. Taking a shot down the field, they got the look they wanted, and what a great throw by the quarterback.
Slings it downfield. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
Yeah, that was a good play on the ball, getting his hand up and get the tip, get the deflection. The ball bounces up in the air, falls to the ground, incomplete pass.
And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting where it was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next time.
He just needed a yard on third down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up.
That's a really good stop by the defense. Jesse, they need a few more. You've given up a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's that bend, don't break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is the point where this defense has just got to lock in.
He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play.
And I've never met an offensive player who said, no, we don't want to go for our fourth and one. Fourth and one is a great situation for the offense. You got to get 1 yard. You practice it all the time. You got to be physical. Go out and get it. They did a good job going out and getting that 1 yard.
That was an eyelash away from being picked off, and that is not the way to set the tone with a near pick on your opening drive. And now on second down for this offense. To throw, it's Lagway. This one's complete. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
And that's just a great individual effort by the wide receiver. He catches this ball way short of the stakes, but because he's able to make the defender miss, now he's able to get the extra yards and turn that into an explosive play.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Looking to throw on second down. He'll pull it down. Pulls his way forward. He's brought down, but not before he turned that into a positive play and picked up a few on the run.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about what...
And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
Man, that's just kind of frustrating for an offense. You move the ball all the way down the field. You got an opportunity on third down, and you can't protect your quarterback. You get the sack, and now it's probably field goal time if you make a field goal.
It's good. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0. They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive.
Well, this team knew coming into tonight's game they had to get momentum early, playing at home. They want to get the crowd into it, so you get a beautiful drive here to start this thing. You would have liked to cap it up with a touchdown, but listen, you set yourself up for a field goal, you knock it through the uprights, you've got the lead, everything right now looking good.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. On the run, it's Parrish. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. And the Rebels moving quickly to the line. The give to the running back from the shotgun. At the 40, there he goes. He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big first down. Snagged in the middle. It's Priestcorn. Crosses the 30. He's got away. Touchdown, Rebels. What a catch and run for 6. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they cap things off with a touchdown pass from 59 yards out. The kickoff team out there set to boot it away. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Gets it out fast. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds.
It's early in the game, and as offenses try to get their rhythm, these easy completions are very important because that's what helps you get your feet underneath you as an offense and as a unit. And hopefully, as this game goes on, they'll be able to rev up and get more aggressive taking shots.
Tight end finds a soft spot. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. They saw that blitz coming, and the way to get out of it is find the tight end.
Yeah, how quick did he see that, too? Sees the blitz, understands this is a matchup where I got my big tight end, the big fella I trust. I'm going to find that matchup, get him the football for the first down.
Finds his man. And a good job in coverage there. They stop it after just a few. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Quarterback will audible. On on 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. The Gators will line up to punt it away.
Guys, this offense is going to have to find a way to protect this quarterback. He has already been under unbelievable duress early in this game, and they're not going to be able to complete throws if they can't keep him standing up.
Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. We'll see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
The Rebels want to pick up the tempo. Grabbed over the middle. It's Harris. Dragged down at the 43, but they've got it in enemy territory. They picked up 10 and give him a first down.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But you got to do a great job game tackling, because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
The run from the shotgun. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. Blasted as he lets it go. And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. They'll go to the counter. A very short pickup there, and that'll be the final play of the first quarter. And they'll pat the kicker on the tail and tell him to go give it a shot. He says he can kick one from 75, but here he's going to need just 58 of them. It is true as he puts 3 on the board.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Gators sending the offense back to work. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want to. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. They're looking for an advantage in the running game to the right. He's got it out to the 37 after gaining 5. The Gators ground game is lurking in the murky waters, and it has been most effective.
Yeah, we've seen them in the past, man. When Florida's really cooking, they've got some good backs. They've got some good balance, but they've got some physicality, and that's what you want to see from this unit.
A strong tackle and wrap-up from the junior.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Coming after it. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
Back to throw, it's Lagway. And it's picked off. Just a small return, but a big play as they have it now at the 45. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, Reese, no doubt. But this offense would like him and prefer for him to kick an extra point on this drive. And to do that, David, they've got to have more rhythm on it.
Yeah, create some more rhythm, create some more explosive plays, and maybe some more balance. And listen, it's nice to have that weapon and kick long field goals. You kick too many field goals, you don't get very many doubles.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
And the Rebels want to crank the tempo. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
In football, you get a term quick and don't hurt. And you can tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick. Obviously, he didn't accurate this pass.
Leaves it with the back. Staying physical in the red zone as he's pulled down after picking up 3 balls at the 14. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Cleese-Corn. And they stop him just short of the stick. It'll bring up a decision on 4th down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And they'll send the field goal team back out for the 2nd time tonight. And it's no good. And the margin is still 7 after the miss, guys.
That's just the chip shot. That's just a field goal they got to make, guys.
Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way to open this up and create some explosive plays. The passing game is obviously the easiest way. Jesse, put more speed on the field, find those guys down the field.
You know they're frustrated, too, because they felt like there were some matchups they could take advantage of to get some points on the board early. In this one, they just haven't been able to connect on those opportunities. But I like David's idea. Maybe move some guys around and see if you can create some better one-on-one matchups.
Now, after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line.
Listen, I know that's not a huge game, but those run plays add up. They make you tackle the back every single play. Physically, you have to get some guy on the ground. It takes its toll throughout a 4th quarter game.
This is where you make the money on the drive. Ball at the 30, it's 3rd and short.
And David, on 30 inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to hit.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
And the Gators have it with a 1st and 10. They'll try the run. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. After run, now throw. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Still on his feet at the 45. Open runway ahead. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense.
It's just so hard to stop. There is no rhyme. There is no reason. He just scrambles around, makes people miss, and the next thing you know, you look up and he's 20, 30 yards down the field, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Getting some heat. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. And the freshman just threw it behind him that time.
That is not good news for this offense, guys. I mean, the defense only brought 3 on that play, and they were still able to get after the quarterback. This O-line has got to play better.
And that is incomplete. This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. Scanning the field, it's Flagway. Takes a hit as he fires. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
The offense will have to use its first time out of the half. And here comes the field goal unit for the 2nd time tonight. Well, they've already made one. The holder will put it down at the 38 for a 48-yard attempt. Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. Indiana is going to get out of Dodge with a win. It's a shame it might have been a little closer than Hoosiers fans wanted. Victory feels great no matter what the final score is. A circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings, and the other heads home licking its wounds.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. And the Heat gets there, and they get it down at the 14-yard line. You see a Gator bringing the heat like that, and you think about Derek Harvey, who was the MVP of the national championship game in 06.
And Alex Brown and Javon Curves, they had a long list of guys that could really make quarterback's life difficult. You got to put pressure on the quarterback. You got to affect him. Really nice job on this play.
A first down sack can wreck a drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. The Rebels headed quickly to the line. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Caught over the middle. It's Harris. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time. And that's lost one deep down the right side. What a catch and what a throw along the sideline. Just zings it in there. A little Barishnikov for the toe tap.
What a beautiful throw and catch on this play, and I love the job the receiver did tracking the ball in the air. Nice job of locating the throw and then hauling it in.
It's the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can tack a little something extra on their lead before the break. And the Rebels are flying down the field. in the backfield. It's Watkins. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. The Rebels have it with a first and goal. Goes to the option. He'll toss it. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Snags it. And he will score. Touchdown, Ole Miss.
And this offense right now, they're doing some damage through the air. That's now their second passing touchdown. They thought coming into this game they were going to have some matchups on the perimeter of the field that they could take advantage of, and they've done that so far here today.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Getting late here in the first half, they'll have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And the offensive play...
He's going to throw deep right side. And he's got it at the 30. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. And now a fresh set of downs for this offense. To the air on first down. That's caught. It's Burke.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Short throw is complete, and he'll grab it, step out of bounds, and pick up the first down.
It's not a great feeling on defense, too. When you're blitzing, you're expecting to get a sack. You're expecting to get a hit on the quarterback. If the offensive line and running backs pick it up, because now you have one less guy in the back end trying to cover all.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a first and goal.
Quarterbacks are, there's so many adjectives to describe them. Calm, cool, collected, accurate, so on.
Quarterback sneaks it forward and into the end zone for a touchdown. On to attempt the try. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. And it's finished off with the quarterback sneak. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David is sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but also, momentum is hard to create and sometimes hard to stop. You have it, so Jesse, don't do anything stupid to create some momentum for the other side.
I think a lot of this comes down to your quarterback and whether or not he's making good decisions in this game. If yes, be aggressive. If not, let's just take the lead into halftime and get ready for the second.
Solid pick up a 4 on first down and 2nd and 6. Gets it out quickly. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. Muscling ahead on 3rd and short. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. And the Rebels racing to the line in the hurry-up. Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. He's going for it all. And he makes the catch at the 25. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. give to the back. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Back to throw. It's Dart. Trying to get to it. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock.
It's hard throwing in the pocket, man. You got bodies, 300-pound dudes falling all over the place. They're trying to hit you. That time, the pressure got to them, and they forced the incompletion.
It's good. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. The Gators will boot it away to start the second half. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. They open this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
Couldn't find much breathing room to return it, but the interception has this offense in business at the 27.
QB never saw the defender. He's staring his receiver down, telegraphing his throw, and the DB jumped all over that.
Makes the grab. It's Jackson. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
What's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out in the perimeter in space where you can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
After the short completion, it's now second down. Leaves it with the running back. Stop is made almost immediately. Give him 1 to the 23. From here, it would just be a 30-yard field goal try. Let's see how aggressive they're going to be to try to pick up that first down. They're trying to get to it. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming. And they'll run the field goal unit back out there. This kicker has already banged a couple through. Field goal is good.
Well, it's a good news, bad news scenario. You got the pick, and you would have liked to have paid that off with a touchdown, but because the drive stalls out, you're still happy to get the field goal.
He'll call for the fair catch here. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this run.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with the system.
On the run, it's Parrish. That run epitomizes a veteran, savvy senior who knows how to find space.
And, David, how demoralizing does it have to be for a defense when you know they're going to run it, everyone in the stadium knows they're going to run it, and still you cannot stop it?
There's nothing more demoralizing as a defensive lineman because it ticks you off. It gets in your head. You know that guy's going to come off and smack you, and you got to do something about it. I think the defense maybe time to start committing more guys to stopping that run, not worrying about the pass as much.
Gets away from one, finds some space. Hit the gas, kid, wide open ahead. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Rebels.
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the second level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear with his speed, he was gone.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. It's always great to get points on a drive, but it would behoove them to try to get a touchdown this time around, Palmer.
They may have to get out of their comfort zone here too, David, a little bit, and just start being more aggressive and take some chances, but that's what's going to have to happen for them to win this game.
Yeah, and when you're losing, obviously everything gets heightened. Everything becomes more critical. This drive is crucial because you've got to cut into this deficit and put some points on the board.
To the air, it's Glagway. He's got his man. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn that field, and you saw that right there.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football, create balance, and right here just chews up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play.
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. Shakes off the tackler. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all right after the catch. So pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. Wants to throw. It's Dart. Quickly complete.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. What do? You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
And that one will bounce and roll out of bounds. Let's see exactly where they mark it. A first down for the offense. Now they'll try the right side. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast and low. And the offensive linemen, they have no chance to stop those guys. as quick and as fast as they are.
That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in. And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line.
This is a tough part of the field. You want to try to create some space and give yourself an opportunity not to throw out of your own end zone. They didn't hold up in protection. They give up the sack, but thank goodness they didn't give up a safety.
Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. Now on the return. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for the position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again, create some momentum, just get a few first downs and I'm in scoring position.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
How about that defense in the backfield? Nowhere to go right away. You could tell they were playing the run game all the way, and they got in the backfield and got the tackle for loss.
Quarterback on the keeper. He has the first and still on his feet. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. The Rebels in the hurry-up.
Well, this is one of the fastest quarterbacks in college football, and that's why the option's a good idea. Because if he can get out in space and he has a chance to get downfield, he is really difficult to tackle, and he's very difficult to catch. As you saw in that last play, getting a first down.
Got it in the middle. It's Watkins.
And that RPO play was run to perfection. The run fake forced and sunk the defense up, and a nice job on the route by the receiver, not telegraphing that he was breaking to the inside on the side.
One back in the backfield. He gets the carry. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Through the air, it's Dart. Makes his connection. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. And the Rebels look to keep this drive humming. And on that third and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it was a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this third down. Get the conversion. Move the sticks.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Offense walks through the line for play number 7 of the drive. Keeps it on the bootleg, looking to throw. Zips it out to his man. Tackled after picking up the first down. The Rebels come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. He's looking to throw. Quarterback extends the play. Got enough space. Touchdown, Ole Miss. And they take it in for 6 more points. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win. offense gets the job done again. You want to build that cushion as we get deeper into the second half.
Man, it makes it easy, doesn't it? You start getting up by a couple possessions, making the offense very predictable on the other side. Great job by the offense extending their lead.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Gators sending the offense back to work. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
He just had no rhythm. And
he puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down.
the offense came into this game knowing that for them to win, they were going to have to make some big plays throwing the football. That just has not been the case. Here in the fourth quarter, they've been held to less than 200 passes.
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. You make up the game plan, and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd.
This defense has just been all over this guy all game long. Under pressure, they're finding a way to get to him and affect his rhythm. Of course, they have an interception in this game. That's why they've got a big lead here in the fourth quarter. This guy has never gotten into a rhythm.
Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Going to the ground. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game. The defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Keep it on the ground. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. And the Rebels are in the hurry-up. They'll throw on 3rd and short. Got it in the middle. It's Harris. He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
He has been the go-to guy on offense all game long. And on a critical 3rd down here in the fourth quarter, surprise, surprise, guess who they go to? That guy.
Got his man quickly. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the first down. Here comes the offense on 2nd down.
Nice quick throw there. It's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on game.
Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down.
Fresh legs, man, and it is showing. Of course, this team had the bye last week, and you're seeing it right now late in the game. Running the football, imposing their will against the defense that looks tired. Of course, they...
And the ball's out, and they're after it. It's as if that ball had a magnet going back to the offense. How in the world did they keep it?
The ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep 2 hands on the ball as well. They're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
You want to talk about hearts and throats when that ball was on the ground? The offense recovered its own fumble. The pull and throw off the RPO. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Running back searching for a hole. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Wanted to make sure not to give them a chance for a return as it goes out of bounds. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm. Got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this one.
The give to the back. On the move at the 30. And he breaks into the open. Inside the 30. And finally out of bounds after an explosive run by this ball carrier.
How about the offensive line working in tandem on these blocks? You see some of those guys, they got up into the second level, got a hat on a hat, and that left open a huge crease for the running back.
The entire complexion of this possession changed on that one play. Now they've got it 1st and 10 inside the 20. A run up the middle is stuffed for no gain.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Give to the running back. Just a 1-yard gain leaves them with 3rd and 9.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to try to be the more physical team. I love the play call. I think you keep running the football and stay physical.
And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the 1st down. Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. Still looking on the move. And he's sacked. A big play on 4th down to stop this drive.
He had nowhere to go with the football. You could tell, surveying the field, somebody's got to get open to go make a play. Man, throw it up. Run it. Do something. You can't take a sack on 4th down. You got to give somebody an opportunity to make a play for him.
Danced his way through traffic. Pick up a 4 to the 19.
Really nice awareness by that guy, too, because it looked as though his momentum might carry him out of bounds, might stop the clock, but he knew to get down. He was fighting to make sure he fell down in the field to play, and as a result, the clock keeps ticking.
Got it across the 20 and out to the 23. A pickup of 4.
That didn't bust for a long one, but now 3rd down becomes very manageable. It's not 3rd in eternity. Now the whole playbook, short passing game, long passing game, all of it's available.
And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. The Rebels will send out the punt unit. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. They were hoping for a little more, but it could have been worse if the punt goes out of bounds, and they'll put it in play around the 45-yard line. Offense getting set for 1st down. Back to pass. It's Lagway. He looks that one in nicely. Stop is made at the 36, but he picked up 10 on that one and has a fresh set of downs. Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Going to try to get it himself. And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment. Inside the 25, they'll snap it from the 24. 1st down. Looking to move it through the air. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
This offensive line is not going to like watching the film back tomorrow when they get the opportunity, because they have gotten beat time and time again up front, especially in passing situations. All of the hits, all of the sacks this quarterback has taken is the biggest reason why they're going to lose this game.
Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. He's got it. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it. And the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Get the quarterback off his spot. Make him flush from the pocket. Put a good hit on him. Check, check, check. You want to do everything you can to make the QB uncomfortable. The defense did all three of those on this play and finished it off with a nice lick, nice physical play from the quarterback.
Well, the defense really stepped up in this game. They knew they had to slow down this passing attack. They knew they had some matchups they were going to have to win one-on-one. They've been able to do that, and as a result, they haven't allowed 200 pass.
Reels it into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida. Getting set for the point after. And it's perfect. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. UConn was relentless today in a road win that frankly wasn't even as close as the final score indicates. This was a vintage Huskies performance, one that really should instill confidence within this program. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way. But I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. Well, after not getting a thing done on first down, it's 2nd and long from the 24. Winning those individual 6-second battles every play.